In this video, we're going to be solving the problem 6 minus, open bracket, 12 divided by 4, close bracket, plus 2. Now to solve this problem, we're going to need to remember order of operations. And there's a bunch of little words that we can use to remind ourselves what the order of operations is. There's BEDMAS, there's BODMAS, there's PEDMAS or Pemdas. So I'm just going to use Pemdas, but they all do the exact same thing and remind us of the same thing. So I'm just going to write it down here so I can look at it and reference it while I'm solving my problem. So the P stands for parentheses or brackets, the E stands for exponents, the M stands for multiplication, the D is division, the A is addition, and the S is subtraction. Now, the only thing we need to remember, or an important thing we need to remember, is that when we solve a math problem, we move from left to right. We'll start with the parentheses or the brackets and any operations inside them. Next, we'll move on to exponents. Then we'll move on to multiplications and divisions, moving from left to right. Finally, we'll deal with additions and subtractions, moving from left to right. So let's go ahead and get started solving our problem. So when I look at my problem and I look at Pemdas, I see the P comes first. So do I have a set of parentheses? I do. And I have an operation happening inside of it. So I'm just going to copy the other part of my equation that I'm not dealing with right now. So I still have my 6, I still have my subtraction. Now I need to deal with what's going on inside my parentheses. I have 12 divided by 4. Well, that's simply equal to 3. So I can just put my answer there. And I need to copy the rest of my equation, which is plus 2. Okay, so now I'm left with 3 terms and 2 operations. I have a subtraction and I have an addition. Now, when I look at Pemdas, I took care of my parentheses. Next is exponents. I don't have any of those. Then I have multiplication and divisions. I also don't have any of those. Finally, I have additions and subtractions. Now, this is where sometimes it can get a bit tricky. Addition and subtraction are considered equally. We do them moving from left to right. What that means is, when I'm looking at 6 minus 3 plus 2, I'm not going to, for my first operation, do 3 plus 2. The first thing I'm going to do is 6 minus 3, okay? Because the subtraction and the addition are on the same level, and I'm going to approach them from left to right. So when I move from left to right in my question, I come to the subtraction before the addition. So I am going to deal with the subtraction first. So this gives me 6 minus 3, which gives me an answer of 3. And then I'm going to add 2 to that. And this is the only operation I have left. So I can simply add 3 plus 2, and that gives me a final answer of 5. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.